Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So as the name of this video suggests, I will be today going through my first ever sketchbook. I went through my loft recently and dug this one out, and I've been agonizing over how to make this video more interesting and like more than what it is and have like a lesson behind it. But I thought, you know what, it would just be fun to have a look at my 9-year-old drawings. So this was my school sketchbook from back when I was in year 5. Shout out to Miss Keeble as well. She was my favorite teacher in primary school. I was a proper teacher's pet back then, but yeah, if you're looking for anything from this video other than some 9-year-old sketches, then this isn't the video for you, basically. Yeah, this is going to be a journey for all of us, I think. I hope the camera's able to pick up these drawings because they're all done quite lightly in pencil. I had no concept of like shading or colouring. I think there is one page where I attempted to colour, which we'll see later, but yeah. On this first page I've clearly just drawn like an Asian girl in some jewellery and a nice dress. One thing about this that really, it's so weird because this was obviously, what, 16 years ago, but I really remember drawing feet like this. It's something that I learned on Art Attack, where you would draw the big toe like this, the like arch of the like upper arch of the foot like that, and then a swirly line like this to go around the foot, and then I guess at an ankle, and then some toes going off in the distance. So that was always how I used to draw feet. It's so funny that I remember that. This was a little drawing of my school that I did. You can tell I liked drawing buildings from a very young age. The date on this is May 2002, so I'm sure there are some of you watching that weren't even alive when I did this, which is quite scary. I also here had a design for like a pop-up book that I was trying to work on for the nursery rhyme Rider Cock Horse, and the plan was to have a girl on a horse. I can't believe I remember this. The plan was to have a girl on a horse, and you would pull this lever and the horse and the girl would move across this field. I don't know why there are balloons just floating in midair. I don't know what that animal is supposed to be. It kind of looks like a pigeon. Ugh. This was a little comic strip that I came up with where a dinosaur walks up to my school and takes the roof off. A guy with a ladder comes, the dinosaur's angry, and then, I don't know, there's a guy falling out of a tree. It's so funny to see this because even though it's like a really bad sketch, I really recognised that building from my school. And also, I kind of draw buildings in the same style, that like front on look at it, so not much has changed, but you can tell along like the progression of this comic strip that I kind of lost interest in it and put a lot less effort into the final panel. This next page, I don't know, it's kind of got a medievally feel to it. I think we probably went on a school trip to like an old English church or something. Oh, this is a funny page. So this is a drawing called My Skeleton, which I think is quite good, to be fair, considering this was, what, April 2002. I had like a basic concept of what a skeleton looks like, I guess. I like that the skeleton, like the bones in the foot, is just like one bone and some toe bones. And then my body without a skeleton, just non-existent apparently. Oh, this is the page where I attempted to colour, clearly got bored very quickly. But here I think I was just working on maybe like a stained glass design. I'm not sure, but it would kind of tie into that previous like churchy page. This I'm sure you can't see on the camera, but I will try and get some close-up footage of it. This is like, I guess, a day at sports day. There's me scoring a goal, which I can guarantee did not happen. I was never good at football at school. Basketball, yes. Dance, yes. Egg and spoon race, 100%, but football, no. And then over here, a trip to a swimming pool, I guess. Again, the same feet that I always drew. There's a person with a little Lego hand holding their nose, and it looks like someone's drowning over there. See here, it kind of looks like I was getting into kind of looking at the 3 dimensions and also, I'm trying to make this sound really deep and arty, but like transparency of objects and things. So you can see I've attempted it at least to draw. I always used to draw glasses of water like this as well, I remember. Yeah, I tried to get like a different angle of a table and a jug pouring some water, just a phantom jug there floating in midair. And I don't know what the point of this page is. Oh, yes, something to do with water, I guess, because I've got a fish bowl, a bottle of Evian, a fountain, a lake, a toilet, a guy crying, and he's also sweating, I guess. Little mermaid on a rock, and a snowman. The snowman's quite good. And the bottle of Evian. The bottle of Evian especially, I feel like I could maybe, like that would make a nice sticker. That would make a cute sticker. Okay, this page is slightly disturbed. I don't know what all this pink stuff is, and we've got some really creepy angular faces. This, again, I think is probably part of my school. Some stairs and some pipes. At this point, we were designing kind of sculptural installations for the park by the school. We were gonna do like this environmental project and put some things in the trees, which doesn't sound very environmentally friendly, but yeah, we had this kind of community project going. And so I think the next few pages are kind of planning out different ideas for what we might put in the tree. This is just, I guess, some stuff in our playground. This is just a tree with one leaf on it. But then in the end, I think it was my friend Freya and I, we decided we wanted to make this big wire bird and then like paper mache around it and put that in the tree. And we also had this idea of making a big apron to like dress the tree with and have like vegetables and knives and forks on it. I really cannot believe that I remember all of this stuff. This, I mean, I'm just guessing, but it looks like we took a trip to like a war museum, because otherwise I was just a really disturbed child drawing gas masks and a boy sleeping under a table. But yeah, I'm imagining we probably went on a school trip and we had to draw all the different objects around us. So there's like a soldier's bag, soldier's hat, a picture of men going to war, and some gas masks and identity cards and things. I think there's kind of a progression here on like how much effort I'm putting into things, because I think at the beginning I was just kind of like, ugh. Whereas now I'm kind of making things a bit more three-dimensional, adding a little bit of shading, a little bit of a dimension to things. And then the final page is the same kind of thing. Got a ration book and little boys' clothes and bags of sand and keep clear, unexploded bomb. Oh, and a little girl's letter to her mum. So quite a sad note to end on. But yeah, this is my first ever sketchbook. As I said, not like the most exciting thing in the world, but I thought it'd be funny to share it with you guys. It's really cute to look through anyway. I'd love to know if you guys have like any old sketches and kind of have that same mental image of yourself doing it at the time, even though it was like decades ago. It's so weird like how art kind of captures those moments. But yeah, before I start rambling on, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was like a random short one, but I wanted to make this video and I didn't know how to make it interesting. So yeah, I hope that you'll just take it as it is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.